The phantom accomplice. Who was John Doe? No 2, and why did the feds let him vanish into the shadows? It's the morning after the blast that shattered Oklahoma City, April 20th, 1995. The air still reeks of twisted metal and charred lives as FBI sketch artist Ray Rozicki huddles with frantic witnesses from Elliott's body shop in Junction City, Kansas. Their words paint a nightmare. Timothy McVeigh, the stone-faced John Doe, No. 1, didn't show up alone to rent that fateful Ryder truck on April 17th. No, a second man loomed beside him, swarthy, muscular, with dark hair, a thick neck, and biceps like coiled pythons straining against his shirt. A tattoo peeked from his sleeve, and he wore a distinctive hat. The composite sketch flashes nationwide. John Doe No. 2, the missing link in America's deadliest domestic terror plot. But as the manhunt explodes, 28,000 interviews, 35 tons of evidence sifted from the rubble, what if I told you this ghost never truly existed? Or did he? What if the FBI buried him to hide a web of white supremacists, foreign agents, and federal foreknowledge that could rewrite history? Dive with me into the abyss of deception, where every lead screams cover-up, and the truth is more explosive than the bomb itself. The birth of a spectre, eyewitnesses, and the frantic sketch. The clock ticks back to 4:30 p.m. on April 17, 1995. McVeigh strides into Elliott's, alias Robert Kling, demanding a 20-foot rider for a storage shed job, but employees Tom Kessinger and Vicky Beamer swear he wasn't solo. Kessinger, the burly mechanic, locks eyes on the accomplice, olive-skinned, about 5'10", 180 pounds, with a jaw like granite and a swagger that screams danger. He was right there, paying cash, no ID, Kessinger later testifies, his voice cracking under the weight of memory. Beamer nods furiously, adding details of a zigzag-patterned baseball cap and a dragon tattoo snaking up the arm. By April 20th, Rozicki's pencil scratches out the infamous sketch, dark features hinting at Middle Eastern descent, fueling early whispers of Islamic terror just 2 years after the World Trade Center. The sketch ignites pandemonium. Within days, 15,664 tips flood the FBI's OK Bomb task force, the largest probe in U.S. history. A maid at McVeigh's Dreamland Motel in Junction City recalls a burly stranger lurking near a Ryder truck the night before the blast. The motel's owner swears McVeigh entertained a late-night male visitor matching the description. In Oklahoma City itself, 24 witnesses, gas station attendants, passers-by, claim they spotted John Doe No. 2 with McVeigh on the morning of April 19th, mere hours before the 7,000-pound ammonium nitrate inferno claimed 168 lives, including 19 children. One chilling account. A federal employee at the Murrah Building, Jane Graham, later IDs a suspicious man in military garb, casing the site days prior, pointing straight to No. 2 sensational twist. A severed, embalmed leg unearthed from the crater couldn't yield DNA because it was buried too soon. Defense lawyers like Stephen Jones scream it could be No. 2's, proof of a third bomber vaporized in the blast. The FBI's sudden shutdown from manhunt to myth. But here's where the thriller turns sinister. By May 1995, the FBI's fervor cools like a dying ember. They announce John Doe No. 2 is a mirage, a case of witness confusion. Enter Todd Bunting, a 23-year-old Army private from Fort Riley, Kansas. He rented a truck at Elliott's the day before McVeigh, flashing a tattoo and that zigzag hat. Kessinger, under oath, backpedals. Yeah, I must have mixed him up with Kling's buddy. Bunting's cleared. No ties to the bombing. The grand jury in 1997 echoes this, endorsing the no second man narrative after 18 months of testimony. Prosecutors in McVeigh's and Nichols' trials hammer it home. Just 2 disgruntled vets, radicalized by Waco, acting alone. McVeigh is executed in 2001. Nichols gets life, case closed. Yet, cracks spiderweb through the facade. Why the rush? Over 3,000 FBI documents withheld until after McVeigh's death reveal ignored leads. Phone records show McVeigh calling Elohim City, a 400-acre white supremacist fortress in Oklahoma's hills, 2 weeks before the blast, right after dialing the Ryder rental 25 ATF informant Carol Howe embedded there, warns in January 1995 of a plot to take out a federal building. She fingers security chief Andreas Strassmeyer, German neo-Nazi ex-military, casing the Murrah with her accomplice. Strassmeyer flees to Germany post-blast unscathed. Witnesses peg him as No. 2, his tattoo matches. But the FBI, they interview him casually, then drop it. Physicist Samuel T. Cohen, neutron bomb inventor, blasts the official story. Seismic data shows multiple blasts. Fertilizer alone couldn't gut the building like that. Was No 2 planting charges inside? If this rabbit hole has you on the edge, craving more exposes on history's buried bombshells, subscribe to Behind the Veil at Behind Veil Truths. Says www.youtube.com at Behind Veil Truths. We're uncovering the veils one layer at a time. Don't miss the next twist. The enduring enigma, theories that refuse to die. The shadows deepen with Jesse Trentadue's quest. His brother Kenneth dies in federal custody in 1995. Beaten, hanged, ruled a suicide. Jesse uncovers FBI docs, suggesting Kenneth was mistaken for Richard Lee Guthrie Jr., a cross-dressing bank robber from the Aryan Republican Army, ARA, a Elohim City crew tied to McVeigh via bank heists funding the bomb 21 Guthrie. He matches No 2's sketch, tattoos, build, dragon ink, and suicides in custody, just like Kenneth, days before an OKC interview. The ARA, they robbed 22 banks for $250,000 in explosives cash. McVeigh knew them. FBI files from 2001 confirm his ARA links, but the probe fizzles. Then there's the Middle East angle, torching the domestic-only tale. Reporter Jana Davis on the ground in OKC gathers 22 affidavits. Witnesses spot McVeigh with an Iraqi soldier, Hussain al-Hussaini, who looks eerily like No 2, tattoo, hat, all. Hussaini, a Palestinian defector via Saddam's army, vanishes post-blast. Davis's book, The Third Terrorist, links him to the 1993 WTC bombers. Terry Nichols even met Ramzi Youssef in the Philippines. al-Qaeda's Ayman al-Zawahiri allegedly blessed OKC ties. Congressman Dana Rohrabacher demands answers. Why ignore $20,000 cash in Nichols' house? Why bury Elohim warnings? A 2006 declaration from Nichols himself. Others unknown assisted McVeigh, 32. Books like Judith Warner's Kidnapped claim No 2 was her abusive ex, Juan Carlos Paraga, an Ecuadorian with the build and ink, but skeptics shred it. Wrong height, no McVeigh ties. Michael Brescia, another ARA Elohim dweller, gets fingered too. Even McVeigh, pre-execution, hints at a designed conspiracy shielding bigger fish. 30 years on, victims' families like Kathy Sanders, whose grandsons Chase and Colton perished, demand retesting that leg's DNA. The Murrah Memorial gleams, but No 2's ghost haunts. Patsy or puppet master, foreign op or fed plant. This phantom isn't fading, it's a siren call to the unseen threats lurking today. What if John Doe No 2 walks free among us? The hunt rages on. For more unmasked mysteries that grip the soul, subscribe to Behind the Veil at Behind Veil Truths at www.youtube.com at Behind Veil Truths. The veil's tearing, join us before it swallows you whole.